Mureșan și voi fi gazda webinarului de astăzi. Cum am spus și în postările noastre de pe Facebook, webinarul de astăzi este în limba engleză, așa că voi schimba în limba engleză, deoarece invitatul meu de astăzi, Catarina, vorbește limba engleză. Hi, Catarina. Thank
Hello.
you very much for joining us and joining the Romanian community for a what I know it will be a very interesting webinar.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here, and would like to know you and also maybe join some conferences in Romania at some point.
Yeah, we are gonna make it happen. Let's put you on the list, and for the future events we need to have you in Romania physically as well. So first of all, I want to check with the audience if they hear us and they see us. So if you can leave a hi in the chat for those of you that are already listening, please do so. Second of all, I would like to announce for everybody who is watching us on YouTube, my colleagues will put a link in the YouTube comments for the Click Meeting, the platform where we are streaming this webinar. And we invite you to join us in Click Meeting, because in Click Meeting you can interact with us. So we don't see the comments that you're making on YouTube, but we will see your messages on Click Meeting. So we invite you to join us on Click Meeting. We'll also have an interaction time in Click Meeting at the end of the webinar. So feel free to join us. You can find the link on YouTube as well. And it was the link that was sent to those of you registering. If for some reason you found this webinar and you haven't registered for it, you can still register for it and you will receive the recording in case you cannot stay until the end. But I do encourage you to stay until the end for two reasons. Catarina has a very good presentation from start to bottom. Three reasons, actually. We will have a Q&A section in the end. So Catarina and I will try to answer all your questions regarding AI visibility. And we also have a surprise for you. We have something special prepared from WhitePress at the end of the webinar. So we do encourage you to stay with us. So I love talking to people. I love knowing people. But when we are in this format of webinar, you cannot talk back to me. But I would like to give you the option to collaborate, to communicate with us. So I prepared the survey, which I will put now on the screen. And I would like to know who is in the audience with us today. So the first question is, sorry, Catarina, this one is in Romanian. It's asking people what do they do, if they are entrepreneurs, if they are in digital marketing, or if they are SEO specialists. So just for us to get an idea of who the people joining us today are. In the meantime, I will tell you who I am. So just for those of you that don't know me, I'm Darius Mureșan, and I'm the head of business development in WhitePress for the CE region, including Romania. And I'm Romanian. And Catarina will tell you more about herself in a minute. So let's say some votes are still coming in, but half of the people voted. For those of you that are watching, just listening to us, there is a poll on the screen, so you can go to the Click Meeting window and you can vote in the poll. So first question, let's end the voting. And we actually have a mix today. We have entrepreneurs, we have specialists, marketing specialists, so general ones, and we have some SEO specialists as well, for you, Catarina, to know who are you talking to today. So, and there is another question. The topic of today's webinar is Feed the Machine, how to get into AI answers with brand mentions. And the second question that I have for you, it's actually, is your brand already visible in LLM answers, ChatGPT, Gemini, AI mode, etc.? Have you tried on different queries to see if your brand is already visible or not? So we are looking for your votes. I know that today's presentation will be for those of you that are visible, but also for those of you, even more for those of you that are not visible, because Catarina has a very nice framework on how to get visible with brand mentions.
It's actually for everyone, because it's very difficult to be visible like 100%. So
Exactly.
like even if you are, there are still queries you are maybe not visible on. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So the majority of people say they have some queries which are visible and some people don't. So I'm sure everybody will learn something new today. Okay, so thank you for all of you that answered in the survey. Again, thank you for all that are listening. I think I usually don't talk that much, but here I am today talking way more than usual. So I won't say more than I will introduce Katarina to you. Katarina is an SEO specialist and she is an SEO consultant, but also part of the WhitePress team. So she will tell you more about herself and her background. And Katarina, once again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for saying yes. Katarina had a webinar yesterday and has one more tomorrow. So I'm very happy and privileged that she chose also to do this webinar specifically targeted for the Romanian community. Even though we are doing it in English, we have to say that we actually only promoted it to Romanians. We didn't promote the webinar to other people because we wanted this to be for the Romanian community to answer your questions in the end. So, Katarina, you have the stage.
Okay, should I share the presentation? Yeah, now it probably is showing. Yeah, thank you for the introduction and thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm very excited. Well, I'm coming from Finland and currently I live in Estonia, and my background is in SEO and marketing from the agency world. So like I kind of know this part as well. And then I moved to WhitePress half year ago maybe. And here at WhitePress, I do many things. Sometimes you can see me speak at conferences, and I also help clients with link building strategies and AI visibility strategies. And also I'm part of the R&D department where I have kind of like investigated how, or like trying to understand how this AI visibility thing works, and like how do you actually get your brand in there, and what should you do, because there are so much information on the topic out there and it's like very difficult to understand and like know what to do. So that's the background to it. So my topic is feeding the machine or feeding the AI, how to get into the AI using brand mentions. Is it working when I change the slides?
It's working for me. Can you check for you? Yeah,
okay,
it's working.
Yeah, I want to start with this like one slide, or like the differences between, well, like I see that there are two things in the AI optimization and they get kind of mixed. So that's why I want to start with this. And first thing is to get cited by AI. So yeah, and the other thing is getting mentioned by AI. So just so we don't mix the things up. Getting cited by AI means that you are getting your page as a source into AI overview or ChatGPT. So you will like have the clickable link to your page. And this work is mostly like done by on-page work, like work on your own site, and also technical work. The second thing in this is getting your brand mentioned by AI. You don't necessarily get like your page, your site into AI overviews, but still your brand is there, and there might be other articles that are being cited, and like but your brand appears in these articles then, but they are not your own. So this work is like done on third-party sites, and it's like brand presence work. So this is kind of what I'm focusing on, like this part of the things, working with brand mentions and like third-party sites. We know that AI is only mentioning a few brands in the AI result. It can vary from 3 to, 13. Here was one of the queries I was looking at, and where WhitePress is being mentioned, and yeah, we have 6 other competitors as well. but there are always like limited spots. It's not like the SERP where 99 or 100 spots are available. So there are a bit less of them. Yeah, one thing I can still mention here is that I have been a couple of months now, or since autumn, I have been looking at WhitePress brand and looking at what queries we are visible on and trying to improve the brand visibility in AI. So that's where all my examples comes from. But if you look at WhitePress, we are a link building marketplace, as you know. So one of the important search queries for us to be visible on in AI are, for example, best link building marketplace. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, here we have again examples of like the difference between brand mention and citation. The screenshot is from one of the AI visibility tools I'm using, so it doesn't look like completely the same as in ChatGPT. But you can see the yellow things marked here are like brand mention, like WhitePress is being mentioned, but well, if you click there, well, sometimes you can't click there. If you can click on it, sometimes it goes to like another Google search for like on the WhitePress. But yeah, these are the brand mentions. And then we see with the blue, these are like the citations. So we can see that the source where this information is coming from is also in here. So like, yeah, the publication. If you look at the last one, for example, it's from my own website. I wrote an article about WhitePress and it got picked up by AI, and that's why it's mentioned there. And yeah, maybe things in the AI overview is also picked up from that article. Yeah, but this was the query on best link building marketplace. Then we have also one AI overview, best link building marketplace 2026. It looks a bit different, but still the same. We might have brand mentions, like the yellow one there, and then we have sources that AI have picked up, like this blue one. And there we can see my article got into the source, and then AI can find information about WhitePress from there, for example. But just to like simplify this whole thing is how I see that it works is that the more brand mentions you have on the web, the better chances for you is to get your brand into the AI answers. So that's why we are working with brand mentions, also WhitePress, even though we are a big brand. But also if your brand or your client, if they are not so known, then you can like work with brand mentions as a way to get into AI answers as well. Let's have a look at how to get the brand mentions in first place. Of course, there are many ways, but these are kind of the ways I have been using now. Of course, we are a marketplace, so we have access to sponsored articles and also this new service, brand mention. But yeah, I like to use both because I just want to like choose the best domain for it and like either build brand mention or build a sponsored article with our brand in it. So both work for this case. Here is one example. Yeah, it's a sponsored article and like, yeah, it can be 10 best link building marketplaces in the UK 2026. We have information, we have a table with WhitePress and also other competitors. And yeah, it has information about WhitePress and we have put in our information there, what we want AI to say about us. And then we also have other competitors listed here. Another way to work with it is digital PR. And I like this strategy a lot because here you can like get brand mentions and backlinks from those high authority sites. I don't know, do you offer digital PR in Romania as well?
No, we don't have digital PR in Romania, but in Romania we have the high authority websites directly into the sponsored articles, so you can get the digital PR, the brand mentions directly in the platform.
Okay, well, that's good. Well. Yeah, well, if you work with English markets, then like this is good. And this work was done before I joined, but we did with WhitePress also a campaign here. So like we also built like brand mentions before I joined. And with this campaign, we got 23 backlinks and 2 brand mentions. And the backlinks, they also contained like the anchor text WhitePress. So this helped also in our visibility. Then we have Reddit mention. We know that Reddit is one of the top cited sources in AI overviews. This is also a really new service we have at WhitePress. So we are like, we have had clients testing this, and we are looking at the results. I haven't done this now for WhitePress yet, but we will probably look into it at some point. This was a natural post on Reddit I found from our brand. But yeah, Reddit works great as well. Then we have YouTube mentions. Let's not forget that, because AI is, I think they are like quite frequently looking at YouTube. For some reason, they like the content there and they can read the transcript and like understand the content. So I was in a webinar yesterday at Majestic, and when I was introducing myself, I was able to build in a brand mention for WhitePress same time. So I said, yeah, my name is Katarina Dahlin. I'm an SEO expert at WhitePress, which is one of the biggest link building marketplaces. So like this is also a brand mention in YouTube that you can get if you are visiting other podcasts as well. Yeah, but as we know, WhitePress is a strong brand already. I was looking at Google to see like how many brand mentions we have. So you can do that if you like exclude your own site. So you put this minus site and then the domain of your own site. And then in these phrasing, you put WhitePress and, for example, WhitePress link building. So here I'm looking at, I want to see how many pages are indexed that are not on the WhitePress own domain, but like where these two words are being mentioned. So WhitePress and link building. So we have 13,000 results. So like, yeah, we have been in the we have been in the AI overviews already. So like I did not start from beginning. Yeah, and in total we have already like 700 brand mentions. So it's like a good start. So we have been visible on some queries already. So our strategy here has been to like find the topics and queries where we are not being visible on and where AI does not mention our brand. So we have mapped all the queries that we want to be visible on and then just checked, are we and are we not? And then we have tried to work on those topics where we are not visible and like try to improve the overall AI visibility that way. And now we will go into more details. But let's have a look first and just let's try to understand how AI systems work and how they are looking for information. So we know what we are doing and why. So AI systems or AI models, but like ChatGPT and Gemini and all these, they are looking for information in 2 ways. First, of course, when the model has been trained, so all the training data that includes here, that the model already have. This training data can be up to 1 year old, of course. So like if something new has happened after that, so it might not have all the information. But when you are using like ChatGPT or Claude, or sometimes you can see that this AI model is doing a real-time search. So it goes out, you are asking something and it goes out to find more information about your thing. So then it's doing a real-time search. So then it goes into, it's looking for like some queries, and it goes into the SERP and like start to crawl and look for information about or from the sites that are like ranking. It can be Google or Bing. Yeah, so these two, the training data and real-time search, is where it gets the information on. And then when it's forming the answer, it is like it's comparing all the sources and all the information it's getting, and then it will build a picture about your brand or about the information that it will then generate to you. So it will generate an answer based on all the information it finds about your brand when it's like searching, and then it will have like a picture about your brand. And if the information about your brand is the same then, and it's like placed all over the internet, then it will have a clear picture of what you are and what you do. And this is then how we can change or like influence what AI can say about us in the answers. And if you are not then in the data when AI is looking, if you are not found outside of your own website, if you are not in the third-party sources, when talking about the things where your brand would be the answer, then AI can't find you and you will not be part of the answer that AI is providing either. So that's why we need to build brand mentions, and that's why we need to work on third-party sites. So now let's get into the practical part and see how can we feed AI with information about your brand. During my tests and work, I have developed a 5-step process. Let's start with the first one. Before we can like start the AI visibility work, we need to find the right queries. We need to know what things do we want to be visible on, and like what are the questions that your potential customers or clients are asking and typing into AI when they try to find a solution where your brand would be the answer. So people who are looking for the best link building platform, or who are looking for how to build links, what are they typing into AI? This is the question. I have used 3 ways of finding these questions. First of all is to look at your own data, look at Search Console, because your site is already ranking on a lot, and there might be questions that you are already answering or your site is ranking on, and like, here we can get an idea of like what would be the real questions that people have searched for where your site is coming up. So we can find a lot of ideas here. But by copying this query, you will probably get the slides later, but you can copy this query and put it in a filter in Search Console using custom regex and matches regex. Then you will filter out all the questions that your site has ever been visible on. So then you get a list of potential queries that could also be typed into AI. Second of all is this tool called Also Asked. I like this tool because I like to also look at other people's questions, even if your own site is not ranking. But if you are looking in Google search, if you type in something, so in the search results, you might see like people also ask questions. So you will see a suggestions of questions that also have been asked on this query. So this tool is mapping all of these So you just type in a keyword like link building platform, and then you will find related questions to that topic, and yeah, just export everything, and then you can pick the right ones that could potentially also be asked in AI tools. And also like use the AI tools yourself. Type in a question and ask AI to like find similar questions, or like ask AI what could be potential questions around this topic, and you will get some suggestions. So then take all of these queries, put them in a Google Sheet, and then just choose the topics that you most wish to be visible in, because yeah, we have all limited resources and like budgets, so we cannot optimize for everything, but choose the topics that you want to work with. Yeah, put the queries also into an AI visibility tool, and add also your competitors, so you get an idea of who is visible today and who is not, and you can like find visibility gaps and like find topics where your competitors are more visible than you on, and then yeah, these are kind of the topics that you should work with. So yeah, let's then audit our visibility. After you have put all your queries in the AI visibility tool, then look at who is visible today, and look also at what does AI say today about your brand, because you might want to change it at some point, or like if AI have all old information about your brand, then maybe it needs to be updated. So that's why. And also, yeah, look at what topics are your competitors more visible on than you, and like, yeah, work with these then. And so prioritize and use your budget wisely and focus. We can't do everything. One thing I have done during this work is, because yeah, when you start looking in the tools, you will find like brand mentions, and you will find sources and articles where your brand is mentioned. Sometimes we don't even know how the brand mention got in there. Sometimes maybe we didn't do it ourselves, it just exists. Sometimes there might be bad brand mentions or very generic mentions, so we might want to change these. So if we open an article where your brand is being mentioned, and we are looking at what is being said about your brand, if it's like something that needs to be changed, we can try to change it. So when I was doing this work, I found a brand mention that was like looking like this. It was the WhitePress platform provides solutions tailored to meet various business needs, enabling them to achieve their objectives. So like this sentence does not mean anything. It does not say anything about what WhitePress is. So AI does not really understand or get a clear picture about our brand and what we do. So then I contacted the site owner and asked them to change the brand mention to something better. So I provided them this instead. WhitePress is the largest link building platform in Europe with 34 languages and 137,000 publisher websites. So this is like a more clear and specific text about ourselves. It's a much better brand mention than just generic fluff. So this is already something that AI could pick up and potentially mention in the answers when it's talking about WhitePress. Sometimes they agree to change this and sometimes not. But the idea here is to say the same thing about your brand everywhere on the internet, and then AI will learn that about your brand, and it will pick it up and repeat it in the answers as well. To make this work easier, I made like a pre-written text about our brand. Of course, got some help from marketing. But like I have this longer text about brand mention about WhitePress that I then optimize or change or modify when I like use it in my brand mention work. So I have a long text and a short one. And the next step is actually the most fun part, and that's about placing new brand mention. So the previous work was just like working with existing brand mentions, and now we will start looking at like how to place new brand mentions. But let's have a commercial break first, Darius. You are on mute.
I was going to say it's not a commercial break, but it's a strategically placed brand mention. So actually, I want to launch a special invitation to everybody who is listening to us today. We have organizing a very big SEO conference in Poland, SEO Vibes Summit in Zakopane, and yesterday and today tomorrow until 10 o'clock, we are running a flash sale where the Tatras tickets, so the tickets without accommodation, are 50% off. If you're interested in the tickets with accommodation, I know we have 10 rooms available more. Feel free to message us at romania@whitepress.com if you want a special discount also for the tickets with accommodation. But for the tickets without accommodation, you can click on the landing page that's at the top of the screen with Cumpăra Acum, and you can buy the tickets for the conference with 50% off. Is the biggest discount and the only discount we offer in a flash sale, and this discount is until tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So act fast. And this was a strategically placed brand mention.
Okay, yes, that's the correct word. Okay, but how to place new brand mentions then? We have two ways. First of all, try to get into existing sources. So if you are finding articles where other competitors are being mentioned, but you are not, then contact them or ask us to do it. But try to get into that source as well if it's already as a source in AI overviews. And the second thing is to just create new articles on good domains, on domains that have a chance to rank, on your keywords. These are also good because it's fresh content and AI loves fresh content. So it's a big chance that AI will pick this up as a source in the AI answers. And if we go deeper into this, what domains should you choose when you are placing new brand mentions? Try to find domains that are ranking for your keywords already. Then you will know, it's a bigger chance that you will get this article to rank. And if it's in Google, then it's a big chance that AI will find it when it does the real-time searches. And if you are already in the, try to choose domains that are already in the AI sources. It means AI are already trusting these domains. So you can either get into the same article with a brand mention, or you can also publish a new article on this domain if you find domains that are already in the AI overviews. And third one, important one, try to choose domains that are, they are writing about your topic and they are ranking on your topic, and they have this topical authority about your the topic of your brand. So for WhitePress, who is a link building platform, my own personal SEO blog was very good for this work because it's related topics. So got this one into AI overviews. How? Well, you can either reach out to, you can do this work manually and reach out to all these publishers, but it's manual work and hard work. And if you are like me, a Finnish person that don't want to talk to people, then yeah, just use the marketplace and get help from the WhitePress team. But yeah, have a look at what publications are available and yeah, see where you can place them. And like just a quick to-do list, because we have gone through a lot of stuff. But first of all, if you find mentions that are bad or they are very generic, then you should ask the site owner to improve your brand mention, provide them a new brand mention, a new text about your brand. Second is if you are not mentioned at all in the source that already are in the AI overview or yeah, in articles that you find, then ask to be added as well. So like this is, yeah, ask to be there. It can be a link insertion or a brand mention insertion, but get your brand there as well with your competitors. And if it's a listicle, then try to get as high as possible there as well. And if you can't get into the existing sources, no worries. You can create new articles and choose good domains. So choose domains that are ranking for your keywords. Choose domains that are already in the AI overviews or keywords that are ranking on your topics. And then we comes to the measuring part, which is difficult. We know that it's not so easy to measure the result of this work, but we can try, and we should try with the tools we have. So have a look at the AI traffic in analytics. You can filter it out and like see if your AI traffic is growing by doing this work. But sometimes we don't get so many clicks either because we are just getting mentioned, and the clicks might come from other channels later, but we can still like try to have a look. And if we have been working on some queries, like for example, best link building marketplace, then we can do manual checks and like try to see if the sources that we have published on, if they are getting into the AI overviews or not. Have AI found them? Have they picked up information in them, and like have they mentioned our brand based on these? And of course, if you can, and if you have an AI visibility tool, I do recommend to use them, even though there are some problems with them, but like it's still a good way to like speed this work up. So even though many AI visibility tools, they don't use real user data as we are used to with like SEMrush and Ahrefs and these, because when they are pulling the data from APIs and not using actual searches, then yeah, the results might differ like on each query. So it's a bit difficult to like track these things, but I think still that these are like good. They are like good to use and like good to find. It's an easy way to find like good domains where you should place your brand mentions on. And you might have a boss who is asking, are we visible or not? So then you at least have a tool that you can check in yourself. So yeah, there are pros and cons. I want you to remember that this LLM feeding process it's just like SEO. It's nothing you just like do it once and then it's over. You need to like, it's continuous brand presence work. So like have a look at what are competitors doing and like follow your own brand. How are you doing in the AI? It can change, and it can change fast as well. So it's just good to follow your own brand at least. And why should you start this work now is that you can still influence what brands are being mentioned in AI. Everyone is talking about AI visibility, AI optimization, but like many are in the stage that they are tracking and they don't maybe know what to do, or maybe they are working on their own site, which is also good. But like, I think there is room, like if you start now, you will get like further, and you will be one step further than maybe your competitors. And in some cases, your competitors might already be like working with brand mentions and trying to get them in there. So yeah, just try to get up this work as well in your SEO work. And I think this was it so far. Do we have any questions?
Great. So Katarina, thank you very much for the presentation. Thank you for sharing this easy to implement process with us. As I said in the beginning, in the end, we will take questions. So everybody feel free to put your questions in the chat. I will put the questions on the screen so we can actually answer them one by one. And let's see, we already have some questions. Are documents that can be downloaded from web getting AI attention? So let's answer the first one, this one, and then we continue to the second question.
Are documents that can be downloaded, so like PDFs and stuff?
Yeah, probably.
This is a tricky question. As with SEO, I would try to put the same information like on the page, like not in PDF, but like in the HTML, just to be sure. Because I don't really know if they are going that far.
And the next question, the naming of pictures / documents, it's important. I assume for the pictures, she's referring to the alt text. What do you see? Do you consider alt text to be relevant in the case of AI, or is just for SEO that alt text has an importance?
Well, I haven't looked into it like when it comes to AI, but I assume like AI will also be able to read this and like, so because it will read the source code. So if it's mentioned there, I think it also helps, but I think it's the overall like, have your picture, have it named as well. Just put in the alt tag as well, but don't stop there. Just also look at the text. I think the text is the most important, but
Great. So next questions. In your experience, do AI models tend to cite brand mention in editorial, so earned media content, more often than those in owned content? How do you see the role of PR in building that trust layer that influences AI generated answers?
I think AI, it's also important to have the same things on your own website. Like AI will also read your site, but
the question is more, do you believe AI makes a difference between, let's say, when you're cited organically versus when you publish an article about you? So kind of what you were also giving the example that we have the digital PR efforts versus traditionally publishing an article. Do you think AI makes a difference there? Like kind of, let's say, Google does between do follow like clean link or versus a sponsored link, let's say?
I don't think it's that advanced yet. So like, no, I think both works.
Okay. Have you noticed that AI is influencing the early stages of customer journey?
I think it's a good, like, I mean, yeah, I think so. Because I think many times people are like, they are asking ChatGPT for this and that, and like before they are like trying, like before they start to look about information themselves. So if you are being there in the answers, I think you will like get advantage from that.
Okay.
For example, I was like also I needed to buy a new suitcase, so like, and like I even was too lazy to just like Google, so I went straight to ChatGPT, asked for which is the best one, and then I got some suggestion and went to the store and bought it. And like, so yeah, I think it can in some cases.
Yeah, I think for especially product and recommendations, that's definitely in the early stage of the customer.
Yeah.
Do you think a well-optimized YouTube channel can help rank my site in AI overviews?
I think so. I have been experimenting a bit with my own YouTube, also just for this reason. And I have, okay, it's in Finnish, so it's a smaller language than English, but I have seen some of my YouTube videos being picked up as a source as well in some queries. So I do think this is very important. And also not just for AI overview, I think YouTube right now is a very good channel also to like help in traditional SEO and help these sites to rank better for some reason. So yeah, right now I would absolutely focus on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm. How important and are niche forums? You mentioned Reddit for identifying relevant queries and content for articles, for advertorials.
I mean, it's a good source to look at if you have time to go through, to look and find. It's a bit manual work as well, but
I remember I listened to a presentation about Reddit, and I think what it's more important than it's to actually have your brand there and get into building your brand reputation on Reddit. So not just searching for the relevant queries, but actually building your brand, because Reddit it's cited by a lot by AI, especially by Gemini and ChatGPT. So getting your brand into Reddit, getting your brand and building your brand reputation on Reddit organically in the community and getting it cited by other Reddit users will definitely help more than finding the relevant, I would say, queries on Reddit for this.
Yeah, I agree. And I've also seen that sometimes very old answers might get picked up by AI. So like, why don't just build a new and fresher like brand mention on the same query and get that one up instead? So yeah, Reddit is an interesting channel right now.
Do you think localization-based sightings will be more important than general parent topic sightings for the same brand? In my personal opinion, this depends about the business of the brand. If it's a local business, then the localization of the sightings it's important. But if it's a national business, I don't think so. Like the general ones will be as much relevant.
Yeah, I don't know.
You need to test it.
Need to think about it.
what tool do you recommend for AI overview tracking? How you perform now versus past? So what AI visibility tools do you use right now?
I am using a Swedish tool called AI brand tracking, but I have also tested a couple. I think they work in the same way. So I think just pick something that you like. I also have a list of them. I could maybe publish it on LinkedIn.
I have the list from you, so
You
I
have
will
it?
put it in the chat.
Yeah.
It's that list created, the Google Docs, you mean, right? The Google Sheet with all of them. So I actually put it in the chat. I put a link to a list of different tools, and there is let's say a small comparison between them with some details from each tool. So guys, feel free to use that one. I know there are some tools also on the Romanian market. There is geoflux.ai, and there are some other local tools that you guys can use. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with all of these tools are that like the results can fluctuate a bit depending on like who is searching, and they are like all taking from the APIs with like no user data in it. So we can use the tools, but we should not trust them 100%. And like we can use them in our work, but like, yeah, we should like track maybe trends in them instead of like looking at absolute visibility and like, yeah, if you know what I mean.
This is question a bit similar to a previous one, but it touches on another note. For a brand that wants to be present in AI generated answers, what would be an optimal mix between own content, SEO, and earned media in authoritative publications? How critical do you see PR becoming within that mix?
Let me think. I mean, it's difficult to say, but yeah, you just have to maybe look at your own side as well and see like what sources are in the AI answers right now where you are, and like, and also look at, yeah, maybe look at your queries and see what types of sources are in the answer, and like what types of articles are ranking there. Yeah. I don't have an absolute good answer to this either.
Okay, so we have one last question so far. So if everybody else has any question, feel free to ask it. I will read the last question. It's actually from the beginning of the webinar. If you can please clarify the situation in Romania for digital PR, what's in the system? So in WhitePress, when it comes to digital PR as a service, we have a special service for digital PR with expert comments only in certain markets, not in Romanian. In Romania, we have PR offers from the publishers inside the sponsored article section. So if you're going to sponsored article, you can find offers which are not just for SEO, but they are staying on the homepage and they have more visibility. So more into this direction of digital PR. And you can include your brand, you can include, let's say, an expert from the company and so on. But we don't have the traditional expert insertion comment that we have on the English-speaking markets. So I hope this clarified the question. Yeah, and we went through all the questions, and I don't know if there is another question that I haven't answered. Feel free, guys, to put it in the chat. Once again, Katarina, thank you very much for your presentation. Something that I would like to add is that we do have brand mention as a service in WhitePress. If you sign up inside the WhitePress platform, if you don't have an account, my colleagues will onboard you and you can see the brand mentions. If you have an account and you go to see database, see offers, you already see the brand mention offers as well. We have over 600 brand mention offers in Romania, and you can start already optimizing and getting brand mentions for your brand starting today. One last time, I would like to announce also the discount that we have for Tatra, SEO Vibes conference tickets. So today we still have 50% off on the Tatra's tickets. Katarina, maybe you want to say a few words about SEO Vibes Summit, because you've been there last year, right? And you're going this year as well. So what was the highlight for you? Why would you recommend this?
Well, I can just say one thing: it's the best SEO conference in the world, and I've been to many. And I'm saying this before I joined WhitePress, but I think the best part was that there are so many people there, and like everyone is at the same place. So you bump into them at breakfast, at dinner, and so on. And then there are other activities, fun activities like hiking, or we had this on Thursday.
Drinking, fun activity, drinking.
Yeah, we had this party. Was it Highlander party as well? So, yeah, definitely like that conference.
If you are actually into SEO and you want to learn more, there are going to be, I think, there are 2 days on the main stage. We have there are mastermind sessions, there are workshops, there are, I think, 20 workshops or something like that happening throughout the conference. So all details are on our website. And as I said, if you're interested to join for the VIP experience with accommodation included, what Katarina mentioned, feel free to message me or message us at romania@whitepress.com, and we can discuss a special price for the Romanian community. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Thank you, Katarina, for taking the time to talk with us. Thank you everybody who stayed until the end. And I wish everybody a nice afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And we will see each other in the end of June for the next webinar. We are already preparing the next WhitePress webinar for Romania in the end of June. You will get more details. Sign up to our newsletters if you haven't done so.
Yeah, and if you have any questions to me later, just feel free to message me on LinkedIn. And yeah, I love to talk about this stuff. So
great. Yeah, you can find Katarina on LinkedIn. Actually, she had it in her presentation, I believe, on the last slide. Yeah, here it is. You have her email address and her LinkedIn account. So feel free to reach out to Katarina and she will answer more questions. And she also has this presentation as an article on the WhitePress blog as a guide, right?
Yes.
Great. So thank you everybody for today. For those of you, this webinar was recorded and the recording will be sent out together with the slides for the presentation in the coming days. Thank you everybody. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.